Okay, so we are going to start with the first chapter in general navigation. So basically it is a part of navigation for Cpl and Atpl exam. Okay, so we are starting the first chapter, general navigation, direction, latitude and longitude. So let's start. First let's talk about the earth shape. So you know, from your earlier studies you used to tell that earth is like a sphere. It is not a complete sphere. It is like the shape of the earth is just like orange. Okay, so why is so that is because like earth is slightly flattened at its pole. Why? Because when the earth formed from the gas cloud, as a spin of the cloud cause higher centrifugal force at the equatorial region than in the regions near the pole. So that's why Earth is slightly flattened at its pole, and that's why we call Earth shape as oblate spheroid. Remember that. Okay, so now the flattening is called compression, and in the case of the earth it is approximately 0.3%. So how you can like write a formula for compression, so that is equatorial diameter minus polar diameter upon equatorial diameter. So now the earth's polar diameter is 27 status mile or 23 nautical mile or 43 kilometer less than its equatorial diameter. So basically the polar diameter is 23 nautical mile less than its equatorial diameter. Okay, so that's why we can say that the earth is of, like, it means it is earth shape, not perfectly sphere, right? So that's why we can refer as earth shape. Now let's define the poles. The poles are defined as the extremities of the axis about which the earth spins, right? So now you know that earth is tilted and it is rotating around its axis and also around the sun. Okay, so axis of the poles is inclined to the axis of the earth's orbit around the sun at an angle of 23.5 degree. Okay, so the earth is inclined at an angle of 23.5 degree. Okay, so now that's basic direction on the earth. Okay, so the direction in which earth is spinning is defined as east, hence the sunrise in the east. Okay, so earth is rotating in east direction, right? Okay, then west is defined as the opposite of the east. When you're facing east, the pole on the left is called north pole, and the direction north is defined as the direction towards the north pole. Okay, and the pole diametrically opposite to the north pole is called as south pole, and the direction south is defined as being opposite to the north. So those are the basic directions. So what is this? So here in the figure you can see it is the north pole, is your south pole, east and west. Okay, and the direction when you go to the east pole is called north direction, and the direction when you go towards south pole is called south direction. Okay, and earth is rotating in east direction like this. Look at the arrow in the east direction, right? So this north, south, east and west are called cardinal points, and northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest is referred to as quadrantal direction. Okay, Now let's talk about the rotation of the Earth. So when you view from the North Pole, the Earth appears to rotate in an anti-clockwise direction. That means like this, anti-clockwise direction. Okay, and when you view from up above the South Pole, the Earth appears to be rotate in clockwise direction, like this. Okay, now let's understand the sexagesimal system or an true direction. So sexagesimal system is nothing but it is a system utilizes the fact that a clockwise rotation of direction from north to east, south and west and back to north is a circle of 360 degree, right? Easy, simple. If north is defined as 0, 0, 0 degree, then east becomes 0, 9, 0. Right, here is the east. Then south become 180, west become 270 and again north 360. So north is either you can write 360 or 000 degree. Okay, now direction on the earth is measured in degree clockwise from the north. When the north determines direction of the north geographic pole, it is referred as a true direction. So whenever you take any direction from the north geographic pole, it is referred as true direction. Okay, now let's talk about the circles on the earth. So basically the great circle, a circle on the surface of the earth whose center and radius are those of the earth itself is called a great circle. Okay, so when you join 2 points over the earth's surface, okay, and it is of whose center is just like earth and radius is also same as the earth, is called great circle. Okay, it is called great because a disc cut through the earth in the plane of the great circle would have a largest area that can be achieved. Okay. So let's see, as defined here, this is our great circle, right? And it has a largest possible area. Okay, now the shortest distance between 2 points on the earth's surface is a shorter arc of a great circle joining the 2 points. Okay, this is the great circle and let's say A and B is a 2 point. So this is the shortest distance, right? And which one will be your longest distance? So from A you took you do a circle around and come over B, so that is a largest distance, right? But you always care about the shortest distance. Why? Because whenever you go from point A to B, you always look for the shortest possible distance, okay, which can save your time, fuel and such things, right? So given 2 points on the earth's surface, there will be only one great circle joining them. Okay, definitely there will be only one great circle between 2 points over the earth's surface, unless the points are diametrically opposite. Okay, then let's talk about the equator. The great circle whose plane is at 90 degree to the axis of rotation of the earth is called equator. Okay, east is an east-west direction and divides the earth equally into 2 hemispheres. Okay, so basically this is our equator which divides the earth into 2 equal hemispheres. This is north hemisphere and this is our south hemisphere. Then meridians. Meridians are semi-great circles joining the north and south pole. All meridians indicate true north-south direction. Okay, so these are our meridians. These are our meridians which joins north and south pole. Every great circle passing through the poles forms a meridian and its anti-meridian. Okay, so when a great circle passes through the north and south pole, it has its meridian and its anti-meridian. So this is the meridian and this dotted line is anti-meridian, right? Now the meridian crossed the equator at 90 degree. Obviously this is our equator and this is our meridian. So it cuts, meridian cuts the equator at 90 degree. The prime or Greenwich meridian. So the meridian passing through Greenwich is known as prime meridian. The prime meridian is the datum for defining the longitude. Okay, and small circles. A circle on a surface of the earth whose center and radius are not those of the earth is called a small circle. Okay, I will explain a small circle in the next slide. It will be easy for you. So here, parallel of latitude. The parallel of latitude are small circles on the surface of the earth whose planes are parallel to the equator. They lie in the east and west direction. Their function is to indicate position north or south of the equator. Okay, so look at here. So this is called parallel of latitude, or also we can define it as a small circle. Okay, so it lies in east and west direction. Look, east and west direction, and it indicates position north or south of the equator. So this is equator. So this parallel of latitude is in north, right? This parallel of latitude is in south. Okay, then graticule, the network formed on a map or the surface of the globe by the prime meridian, the meridians, and the equator and the parallel of latitude is called graticule. So this whole combination is called graticule, in which you have parallel of latitude, you have meridians, you have prime meridians, this one, right? So that is called graticules. Now let's talk about the angular measurement. The fundamental unit of angular measurement is degree, which is defined as the angle subtended at the center of the circle by an arc equal to the 360th part of the circumference, right? So hence 360 degree in a circle. Now a degree is subdivided into 60 minutes of arc. So 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. A minute can be further subdivided into 60 seconds. So 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So these are the few important things you have to remember. Now let's talk about the latitude. The latitude of any point is the arc, angular distance, measured along the meridian through the point from the equator to the point. Okay, so basically latitude is any point is the arc, so this is your arc measured along the meridian through, so this is considered this is your meridian, right? And this is your one point. So this is called your 40 degree north latitude. So imagine a circle like this, small circle. So that will be of your 40 degree north. It is expressed in degree, minute and seconds of arc, and it annotate north or south according to whether the point is lies or north or south of the equator. Okay, so this point lies in north direction, so that's why the latitude is 40 degree north. Now suppose same opposite will we draw here, then it is called latitude 40 degree south, right? The range of latitude value covers the equator. So equator is 0 degree north or south. To graphical pole, north pole is 90, so here north pole is 90 degree north and the south pole is 90 degree south. So how the latitude goes, suppose this is 0, then comes 10 degree, 20 degree, 30 degree, and when you reach north it is 90 degree north, right? Now geocentric and geodetic latitude. Latitude is defined as it is the smaller angle between the line joining the point to the center of the earth and the plane of the equator. This is a geocentric latitude. So this is defined as geocentric latitude. Why? Because it is taken from the center of the earth. Now remember, the earth is actually an oblate spheroid. A different definition of latitude can be used, namely geodetic or geographic latitude. Geodetic or geographic latitude is a smaller angle between the normal 90 degree to the meridian at the point on the spheroid and the plane of equator. So here, this is our geodetic latitude, right? The maximum difference between geocentric and geodetic latitude occurs at approximately 45 degree north south and is about 11.6 minutes of arc. Okay, so there might be question, what is the maximum difference between geocentric and geodetic latitude? So you can say 11.6 minutes of arc, and when the question is at what approximate latitude the maximum difference occur, that is 45 degree north or south. Okay, this is a figure of geocentric latitude. Why? Because it is measured from, the arc is measured from center of the earth, and geodetic, so it is the normal, and the angle formed here it is your geo. Now let's talk about some special cases of parallel of latitude. So the first is Arctic circle, the parallel of 66.5 degree north. Okay, not now here 66.5 degree north is your Arctic circle. Then comes Tropic of Cancer. The Tropic of Cancer, the parallel of 23.5 degree north. Now remember, the sun is overhead the Tropic of Cancer on midsummer days in the northern hemisphere. So now when sun is over the Tropic of Cancer, there will be midsummer days, right? Then we have equator, and then it comes Tropic of Capricorn. So the parallel of 23.5 degrees south is called Tropic of Capricorn. The sun is overhead the Tropic of Capricorn on a mid-winter days in the northern hemisphere. Okay, so summertime. And then last is Antarctic circle. So Antarctic circle, the parallel of 66.5 degree south latitude. Okay, so that is some special cases of parallel of latitude. Now let's talk about the longitude. The longitude of any point is the shorter distance in the arc along the equator between the prime meridian and the meridian through the point. Okay, so look this is when you see the earth from the above, it look like this. This is our Greenwich prime meridian, right, or North Pole. Okay, and from here this is the east direction, this is the west direction. Remember, earth is rotating in east direction, so it goes like this. Okay, so longitude is measured in degree and minute of the arc and is annotated as east or west depending whether the point lies east or west of the prime meridian. So suppose this is our prime meridian, right? Now this point lies east, so we can say 10 degree east or 10 degree east. Now suppose draw same line here. If point B we consider it here, then it is called 10 degree west. Okay, like that. Longitude can be measured up to 180 degree east. Okay, now we remember latitude is measured up to 90 degree north or south. Latitude is measured 180 degree east or 180 degree west. So here is 0, then come 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, here 90, and here 180 degree east or west. These two meridians are coincident and are known as a anti-prime meridian, okay, commonly labeled as 180-degree east or west. Okay, so this was the first chapter. Okay, you can read the theory. So here what I did is I took the main topic which is important and I explained that. Okay, so pretty much it is a part of theory. So if you want to read, you can read it from the Oxford book. Okay, or whatever I have written here, you can only just remember those things also, because only I only consider the important thing, and those all important things are here in this video. Okay, so you can read from this also. Okay, so this was all about the first chapter. Okay, now look here, you can see here prime meridian. Okay, then east side, right? So east side, 10-degree east, 20-degree east, 30-degree east, these are the meridians. Then this is your west side, so this is 10-degree west, 20-degree west, 30-degree west, 40-degree west, like this, right? And when you talk about parallel of latitude, these are these. So it's equator, then parallel of latitude is goes like 20-degree north, 40-degree north, 20-degree south, 40-degree south, like that. Okay, so this was the first chapter. You can study it from here. If you have any doubt, you can write it in the comment box, and please share this with your friends, and give me feedback if you like this video, because I'm going to read all the videos on the navigation chapter. Okay, so it will be helpful, like whether you are understanding or not, what which chapter do you want to understand, and like that. Your queries, always write your queries in the comment box. Okay guys, so that's it for the first chapter. Thank you.